Most so-called survival gun videos floating around online today are little more than recycled clickbait. Half the people making them have never spent a night in the backcountry. They showcase heavily accessorized tactical rifles, load them down with optics and gadgets, then tell you to carry 10 pounds of steel through the wilderness as if you're heading into a military operation. That's fantasy. Real survival comes down to endurance. When you've been hiking for days, calories are low, your legs are exhausted, and every pound feels twice as heavy. Your priorities change fast. At that point, the best firearm isn't the coolest one. It's the one that helps you stay mobile, gather food, and solve problems without becoming a burden. Today, we're cutting through the tactical noise and focusing on 5 firearm systems that real outdoorsmen continue to trust. When the supply chain disappears, the weather turns ugly, and self-reliance becomes the only plan. We're looking for the balance between weight, reliability, portability, and practical utility. Let's get into it. Our first entry is the Henry AR-7. While the Ruger focuses on logistics and versatility, the AR-7 was built around one very specific challenge: survival in extreme environments. Originally derived from a design created by Eugene Stoner for military aircrew survival kits, the AR-7 is famous for one feature above all others. Everything stores inside the stock. The barrel, receiver, and magazines all fit neatly into a compact, water-resistant package that floats. That flotation capability isn't a gimmick. If you're traveling by boat, crossing rivers, or operating around water, it becomes a genuinely useful feature. The rifle uses a lightweight barrel consisting of a steel liner surrounded by a polymer shell, helping keep total weight around 3.5 pounds. Like all specialized tools, it has limitations. The blowback operating system is generally happiest with high-velocity ammunition. Standard velocity loads may not always provide enough energy for perfect cycling. Magazine condition is also critical. Since the feed geometry is heavily dependent on the magazine itself, damaged feed lips can cause reliability problems. Treat the magazines carefully and keep them clean. At roughly $350, the AR-7 remains one of the most affordable emergency survival firearms available. For pilots, boaters, and anyone operating around water, it fills a niche few rifles can match. Moving beyond pure rimfire utility brings us to the Savage Model 42 Takedown. Often called the Swiss Army knife of survival firearms, the Model 42 combines a .22 long rifle barrel with a .410 shotgun barrel in a single package. That combination dramatically increases versatility. You can take small game at distance with the rimfire barrel, then switch instantly to the shotgun barrel for birds, snakes, or close-range opportunities. The break-action design keeps the operating system simple. There are very few moving parts, no gas systems, and no complicated mechanisms to maintain. Operation revolves around a large release lever located ahead of the trigger guard. A selector integrated into the hammer allows the shooter to choose which barrel fires. One area that deserves attention is the hinge assembly. Keeping it properly lubricated helps prevent wear and maintains smooth operation over time. The .410 barrel excels at close-range work, but isn't intended for large game or extended distances. Built with durable polymer furniture, the rifle handles rough treatment remarkably well. It also cleans quickly, making maintenance simple even in primitive conditions. At around $500, the Model 42 provides an impressive amount of capability without requiring multiple firearms. Now we move into a different category with the Kel-Tec Sub-2000. This folding pistol caliber carbine bridges the gap between wilderness utility and defensive capability. Its most recognizable feature is the folding design. Folded, the rifle shrinks to roughly 16 inches, making storage and transportation exceptionally easy. The simple blowback action remains reliable and easy to maintain, while the 16-inch barrel extracts noticeably more performance from 9mm ammunition than a handgun can provide. One major advantage is magazine compatibility. Many versions accept popular pistol magazines, allowing users to share ammunition and magazines between handgun and carbine. The rifle offers useful accuracy and effectiveness out to roughly 100 yards, making it substantially more capable than a sidearm at distance. There are trade-offs. Straight blowback systems can produce a sharper recoil impulse than some shooters expect. The charging handle location also takes some getting used to. Still, the combination of portability, magazine commonality, and defensive utility makes the SUB-2000 a compelling survival option. Most examples sell between $400 and $500. Taking the top spot are two revolvers that have earned legendary reputations for ruggedness: the Smith Wesson 686 and the Ruger GP100. Many modern shooters view revolvers as outdated relics. In survival situations, they can be exactly the opposite. The 686 was designed around Smith & Wesson's L-frame platform, specifically to handle extensive use with full-power .357 Magnum ammunition. The GP100 followed a similar philosophy, emphasizing strength and durability above all else. Both revolvers use stainless steel construction that holds up exceptionally well in wet environments. One of the biggest advantages is operational independence. A revolver doesn't require recoil energy to chamber the next round. If a cartridge fails to fire, another pull of the trigger rotates a fresh round into place. That becomes increasingly valuable when using older ammunition or operating in harsh conditions. Picture yourself soaked after days of rain, hands numb from cold and motor skills deteriorating. Clearing a complicated malfunction in a semi-automatic pistol under those circumstances can become difficult. A double-action revolver remains simple. Draw, aim, press the trigger. At the end of the day, a firearm is only a tool. The real survival weapon is your mindset, your preparation, and your ability to keep moving when circumstances become difficult. Every firearm on this list offers a different approach to solving the same challenge: staying alive when outside support disappears. Before you choose a survival firearm, ask yourself a simple question. Would your current setup still function after a week of rain, mud, exhaustion, and limited maintenance? If the answer isn't clear, it may be time to rethink the plan. The best survival firearm isn't necessarily the most powerful or the most expensive. It's the one you'll actually carry, maintain, and trust when everything else starts going wrong.